a zero squat actually fucking works. As a recorder, it's good. I'm not using it anymore. Well, I'm gonna still use it, but not for a very, 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 long time. As a recorder, you've been put on hiatus, bro. You've been put on hiatus. Fuck it, part 6 to what if Naruto was glad. No, I don't remember where we left off, so give me a second. Yes, I know how to talk with as Sasuke would be standing, as he would do hand signs, as chakra would begin to surge in his palm, as he would say, Shidori. Blast would realize this and he's like, oh my god, so, you actually taught him the technique, Kakashi? Yep. Me and Naruto gotta catch up then. As Sasuke would begin to charge at lightning speeds, as he would pierce Gaara right through the shoulder. As Gaara would begin to snap, he would smack Sasuke across the jaw with sand, as Sasuke would get right back up. His healing power, his rejuvenation, his healing factors enhanced 12 by 7-fold. As he would kick Gaara in the side, sending him flying into the wall, Gaara would send out several sand spikes at Sasuke. Sasuke would activate his 3 Tomoe, as he would dodge all of them in an ultra instinct fashion. He would do a fire style, fire, phantom, as a gigantic fire blast would be sent towards Gaara, as it would hit him, lighting the area around him on fire as he would walk out. His hands would become Shokaku claws, as he would charge at Sasuke, punching him in the face, as Sasuke would begin to use even more of his curse mark power to block the attack, as he would hit him with another Chidori in the stomach, kicking him in the face. But just then, it would begin the event, the very thing that Black had been talking about from the start. The event, the Konoha Crush. As Sand Shinobi all around would begin to move and start attacking everyone, killing civilians. As all the senseis in the area would begin to start fighting back, as Boss would begin saying, it's starting. We gotta go help Sasuke now. As Sasuke's arm would get grabbed by Gaara, and as Gaara would break it, impaling it with several hand spikes, as Blast would teleport behind Gaara, slamming him in the back. As Gaara would begin to mutate, Tamari and Kankuro would come and save him as they would retreat. We need to get out of here now. He's starting to go berserk, Kankuro would say. There's no use in a rush. As Blast would look up to see the Kage is gone. They must be fighting then. Sasuke, are you okay? Arm. That's broken, but I can fight still. Alright then, let's go. As they would all charge in the direction, as Blast would throw a lightning bolt, destroying the trees in front of them, as Blast would kick Tamari to the side, throwing Kankuro. Hinata, you take out Tamari. Naruto, you take out Kankuro. No, I'm helping you. Sasuke, are you sure you can take on Kankuro by yourself? Yeah, I'm sure. Alright then. As Sasuke would charge in the direction, Blast kicked Kankuro. Let's go, Naruto. Right! As Naruto would go into his one-tailed state. As Blast would go into his two-tailed. As they would disappear, leaving imprints of their feet on the trees. And when Blast, he would leave the mark of death. As all the chakra and life force from the tree would have been sucked away from his death, as they would be rushing, every time Blast leaped from tree, as if he was sucking the very life force out of it, it would begin to rot and die. Naruto would ignore it, thinking he would be hallucinating due to the immense power of the tailed beast. As they would arrive, as, as Blast would grab Blast and attack towards Gaara before sending one of his tails to grab him and slam him into a tree. As Hinata would get sent flying into the back of Blast, one of his tails grabbing her. Are you okay, Hinata? She overpowered me. It's okay. As Blast would do what Naruto did in the Fourth Shinobi War, as he would share some of his chakra with Hinata, healing her. What was that? Nothing, Naruto, Blast would say, not winking at Naruto, giving him the "don't tell them what about it," Naruto, the wink. As Naruto would nod, as he would look up to see Gaara rising with the sadistic aura of a killer. So I was right about him. He's a sadistic killer. Reminds me of myself, actually. As Kankuro sent flying, landing right next to Gaara. Gaara, calm down, Kankuro would say, before getting jawlined by Gaara, sent flying into a tree. Kill! Gaara would scream, as his arm would begin to mutate into a Shokaku arm. As he would go to kill Tamari, Blast would teleport, grabbing his arm using one of his tails, throwing him into a tree. As Sasuke would appear, activating his curse mark. We gotta take him out. He's becoming a threat. It's not him who's a threat, it's the One Tails. He has lived a life like us, Naruto, mistreated, beaten. I looked into his past. His village hated him so much, he got what we got, but 10,000 times worse. The villagers tried to murder him. His own father wanted him dead. His own art tried to kill him. Insane. Yeah. No. As Blast would begin to charge up, activating his curse mark, but something would be different about it. It would have not as much of a menacing aura as Sasuke's, a more balanced aura. As Naruto's black cloak would begin to unicize as Blast's black cloak would begin to link up with Naruto's reddish orange, as both the tail beasts would meet. As Kurama would have been dwarfed by 1,000, by 10-fold by the Judy. "Hello, tiny fox," the beast would say, as Kurama would be shooken. "There's no way that this boy is normal. The 10 tails, the old man. It's impossible. What could he be?" No. Hagoromo, the old man was a myth. It can't be that clan. Could Blast be him? No. What's the matter, tiny fox? Got your panties in a bunch. As they would disappear, going back as Naruto would separate from one of Blast. I guess our chakra just unicized. That means Kurama must have saw. The fox must have saw my beast. As Blast would begin to charge more chakra into his fist before saying, "There's a technique that I've been wanting to test out for a while," he'd say. As he would do a weird hand sign, biting his thumb. As he would say, summoning style, "Yamato!" As he would put his hand down, a katana would be summoned in front of him, with the Japanese kanji saying, "Yamato," the blade that split reality. As Blast would begin to pull it out of its sheath, his arm would begin to transform. What the hell? Naruto Blast would say. Yeah, While I was dreaming, while I was asleep one night, this blade appeared in my mind, and the exact hand signs to summon it as well. I don't know how, but it just did. But I'm going to take full advantage of it, Blast would say, as his chakra would begin to spin, as white flickers of chakra would begin to emulate inside of it, as the Juby in his mouth would say, "No, no, no! Damn it! Why now? Damn you, brother!" The Juby would say in rage as it would try to break free. As Blast's chakra would begin to turn white around his arm, as white chakra veins would appear. What the fuck? No, Blast would say. Whatever. As he charged at Gaara, slicing him in his stomach, in his chest, before Naruto would teleport behind him, punching him in his face. But Gaara would be too quick for Naruto to keep up with before getting, as Naruto would slam him right in his stomach. Gaara would slam Naruto in his stomach, as Naruto would say, "I probably only have 2 minutes left before I go berserk." Blast said my top limit would be 4 minutes, and if I'm lucky, 5. As Blast would begin to engage in hand-to-hand combat with Gaara, as Gaara would begin to mutate more and more, going into his half berserk mode. As he would smack Naruto in the chest with his tail, Sasuke would appear, Chidoring him in his back. As Naruto would say, "1,000 years of death equinox!" Putting a wind-infused palm and finger in Gaara's head, giving him a 1,000 years of death gale palm, exploding his back. As Blast would teleport behind him, elbowing him in his spinal cord, sending him to the ground. He would put up his hands before saying, "Right him." Dama, as a gigantic fireball would form above Blast's arm. As he would slam it down atop Gaara, burning everything around them. As he would pick up Gaara by his hair, slamming him into Naruto. Naruto would punch him using his tail beast chakra. Naruto would say in his back of his mind, "I only have 1 minute left." As Sasuke would begin to transform, as one of his wings would appear. Instead of hands, it's actual wings. Dragon-like. Oh, he keeps his regular wings, I guess you could say. As his skin color would begin to shift to that of final form Sasuke. As Sasuke would attack Gaara, getting him in a chokehold, as Gaara would slam him down several times before stabbing him in his side with a spike from sand, throwing him off. "Sasuke," Naruto would say, "be careful! Your arm is broken." "I know, but I need to help," Sasuke would say, activating a Chidori as it would begin to change color. "Vermilion wind!" Naruto would say before blasting a wind gust at Gaara. Blast would say, "Earth style! Earth style!" Doing a hand sign, creating an earth wall, crushing Gaara underneath it. As earth gauntlets would hold Gaara down in the feet, earth chains would grab Gaara, pulling him in the ground. As in lightning style. Mjolnir, as a gigantic hammer of thunder would appear, slamming atop Gaara. As Blast would put his hand up, holding the Yamato before slashing it down. But the mere wind pressure would shatter all the trees around him. Blast would say, "Holy crap, this katana is so powerful." As the katana would begin to glow white, a white dragon-like beast would appear, erupting from it. Phoenix dragon? Yes. As it would circle around Blast, creating a gigantic, covering Blast with a gigantic aura of it. Blast would say, "Do you hear? Gee, oh my lord," say. As his black chakra would begin to shift color even more, and Juby inside would be like, "Oh, no, No! 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 As more and more chains would begin to appear on it, but instead of regular color chains, all white chains, as the chains would begin to choke it in its neck, as the horns would be chained down, as the nails would return into the gigantic bolts implanted into its tails would return. Damn you, brother! The beast would say. Before the white dragon figure above Blast would begin to shoot a laser towards Gaara, as Gaara would transform into his full-tailed Shukaku. So we gotta end this fast. We need to get to the village. Hinata, as Naruto would realize, Hinata was taken captive by Gaara. Gaara would have began to crush her in his sand. As Naruto would hear her bones start to crack, she would cough up blood. Blast Naruto would say, Hinata, no! Get her out, Naruto. As Naruto would drop out of his tail beast form just in time before he went berserk. Get her out. I'll handle Shukaku. But can you handle him by yourself, brother? Sasuke. I understand. As Sasuke would begin to drop down to his base form, as Kankuro and Tamara would have been knocked out. As white wristbands would appear on Blast's arms, he would say, "What the hell? So day is weird." As the white dragon would begin to swirl in the air, as Blast would put an image of hand signs in his mind, okay? As he would bite down on his finger, saying, Kokan Sokuna Jutsu! Translation, summoning jutsu, gigantic toad. As a gigantic toad would be summoned from by Blast, Gamabut, the king of the toads. I said, what the fuck, a gigantic toad? Okay, that's new, I guess. As the Yui would get a gigantic white katana similar to the Yamato stabbed through its chest, as it would become more skinnier and frailer. No, as all the Tomoes one by one would begin to disappear and change coat, would disappear until eventually we would have a Tomoe-less Renegon. As its Renegon would return, all we would see is a black eye with a red pupil and a red slit for a pupil. As the horns would begin to disappear, all of its horns gone, as it would just become a weak, skinny beast. And a Blast appearing in front, as a gigantic cage would, a white dragon would appear inside the cage, as the powerless Judy would look up to say, "Brother. Hello, brother." The white dragon would say. As Blast would begin, as the gigantic frog would be like, "Who dare to summon me?" As he would look up, sensing the power from Blast. And Blast would say, "I don't care, frog. Attack that gigantic fucking Tanuki!" As Gamabuto would be confused, but then to look to see Shukaku the One-Tail, as he would instantly jump and attack it. But a certain white-haired perverted man would sense this happening, as he would say, "What the hell?" As Gamabuto would slice down on the fox, on the gigantic one-tailed Tanuki, as Blast would jump off its head, it's activating his two-tailed cloak, slamming his fist right into the chest of Gaara. You're asleep. That can just wake you up then. Charging chakra into his fist. Wait, no, that'll kill him. Shit. What can I do? What can I do? I need Naruto's top no jutsu. Naruto, work your magic! What magic? Talk no goddamn jutsu. Sure? as Naruto would work the top no jutsu magic, baby. As Blast would fall down, jumping and cracking open the cocoon, nearly just as Hinata was about to be crushed to death. As she would begin to cough up blood a lot, as Blast would rush down trying to heal her with his tailed beast chakra. But instead of a black tailed beast chakra, it's a white chakra. What the hell? What's my chakra white, he'd say. I always thought it was black. As he would go into his mind to see a weakened, skinny, beaten Ten Tails without its Renegon hornless chain beaten down. As he would turn around to see a gigantic blue dragon that is about the same size as Juby. "Hello, master," the dragon would say before bowing its head. "Whoa, what in the name of Hagar and the Sage of Six Paths?" "You can just refer to me as Light, my lord." Okay. Light. As Blast would go out of his mindscape to see himself by the way, Sasuke did get like a lot of things broken in his body, like his legs, his chest. That Gaara basically stabbed him several times. So this is how he's going to end up in the hospital, and they're also going to have to get Tsunade to replace my nigga, the old man, and to heal Sasuke, because Sasuke got stabbed by a lot of sand. He was already beaten. Basically all his bones are broken. They're gonna need Tsunade to heal him. Not even Blast Chakra can heal him completely. And he has two equivalents of 10. He has a literal 10 tails, and the dragon is a 10-tailed beast. It just doesn't have 10 tails. It has power equivalent to a 10 tails, but the 10 tails, it has power equivalent to the 10 tails that Blast has. And as a reminder and an update on how Blast got the 10 tails, after the 9 tails was sealed inside him, his chakra his chakra mutated the 9 tails, or something in his body mutated the 9 tails into a 10 tails, and then its fur became black, essentially. And then it's basically both of its eyes disappeared, and it grew one eye that over time became a Renegon. And that is the 10 tails we see now. The white one will be explained soon. Well, not soon, but it's still going to be explained, people. As Blast would be sitting there carrying Sasuke back to the village in a rush, as he was just in time to arrive to see the death of the third Hokage. Well, not really. The Hokage fighting Orochimaru, as he would look down to see Violet, as he would growl with the anger of 1,000 suns. While as Light, the new dragon, who is now being named Light, would say, "Blast, do not let rage overtake you. That is what the Juby wants." As Blast's eyes would begin to flicker from white to black, white to black, white to black, before charging at, dropping Naruto and dropping Sasuke, as Naruto would catch him midair, kicking Violet right in the side, bouncing her off roofs. "You bitch!" he'd scream, charging at her, as she would look up shakily, as she would see Blast in front of her instantly. As she would, before she can even get her words out, she would be punched in the face over and over again by Blast, who had entered his second tailed state, grabbing her by the throat, choking her. "You will suffer for what you did. I trusted you. Naruto trusted you. And you betrayed us. All this time I trusted you, thinking you were one of us, thinking you were different. No, you're just like everyone else. Every little human I've met is just like you. Just like everyone. You're just like every little thing. deserve to win. As she would begin to, as tears would begin to drop, as she would say, "I'm sorry." Boss would say, "Sorry's not gonna cut it, girl." As he would cover his hand in shot and lightning before beating her down, punching her in her gut multiple times, before infusing chakra, this time black chakra, into his fist. "This will be the last time you breathe, girl." But before he could, one of a reddish orange tail, chakra tail, would grab his arm before turning around and see Naruto in his one tail face. Blast would begin to realize what he was about to do before snatching his arm away, going down to his base, for punching Violet one more time, throwing her to the side. He would growl before disappearing and reappearing on top of the box with a third Hokage, appearing just in time to keep it together. As Blast would be shocked as he would be released, his chakra would explode, engulfing the entire planet as a gigantic figure, divine-like figure, would appear above the earth, dwarfing it in size, as a gigantic black eye would open, as Blast's power would erupt, as the planet itself would begin to shake all the way down to the core. As Blast would begin to sprout horns from his body, spikes would begin to grow, as he would become, as seeing the death of the person who raised him, who took care of him in Naruto, even after no one would, infuriated him more with the rage of a billion suns, a trillion supernovas in his eyes. He would scream, shattering the barrier as he would appear, punching Orochimaru, opening a gaping hole in his chest. As the Jubi would begin to regain its powers, it would break free of all its restraints, one by one. Over time, its tone was beginning to reappear. As light, the white dragon would begin to get chained down by black chains. As he would say, "Get it!" As Blast would scream, charging at Orochimaru, grabbing him, about to rip him in half, as he would begin to charge a Bijubon, blasting Orochimaru. As one by one, more and more tails would begin to sprout from his body, his chakra. 1 tail, 2 tails, 3 tails, 4 tails, 5 tails. As he would beat more and more, as his chakra would begin to happen to a berserk Naruto and Shippuden. As he would grab Orochimaru, choking him, as all the 10 tails, all 5 of his tails would begin to circle, creating a gigantic black hole-like orb. Before feeling the gentle touch of somebody, before getting hugged, the gentle warmth of a female figure, as he would turn around to see Violet, as his pupils would be white, black, white, black, black, white, before it would cease. The chakra would disperse as the gigantic celestial-like figure with dwarfing the earth would disappear, as all the clouds would have been parted. As Blast would calm down, as both of his eyes would have been colored differently, his left eye being black and his right being white. His hair no longer being the abyss white it was, turning the abyss black, as it would begin to turn white, as all the spiky tips would remain black. As he would begin to cry, falling down into Violet's arms, as she would say, as she would pick up Orochimaru with Kabuto before disappearing. As Blast would get back up, looking for Naruto, as he would see the destruction he caused and what was caused today. As after the funeral, Blast would go home. With Naruto at the hospital to stay with Blast, no one was home. As Blast would begin to have a mental breakdown. As he would say again, it happened again. All because of me, someone is dead. All because of me. All because of me. Another person died because of me. Because of me, he would say. As he would begin to burst out in tears. As he would begin to have a mental breakdown. As he would begin to cry himself to sleep. Rocking himself. Crying himself back to sleep. Murmuring, again and again, everyone dies because of me. As he was slowly crying himself to sleep, rocking himself back and forth, slowly. A couple hours later, Naruto was walking as he blasts with tears in his eyes and asleep in his bed. As Naruto would cover Blast up with a blanket, closing the windows. Closing the windshield. Curtains, not windshield. Locking the door extra tight. Before going to sleep on the couch. On his bed. Right next to Blast. As Naruto would wake up almost 2 hours before Blast would have. He would make breakfast as Blast would wake up wiping. As Blast would realize as he would look up to the kitchen to see Naruto. Too weak to get up, he would just fall back. As Naruto would say, "You're awake, Oni-chan." Blast would sit there depressed, with bangs under his eyes from all the crying he did. His eyes would feel heavy, as they would be halfway closed with dread in his face. As Naruto would go over to hug his older brothers, he would say, "I know, it hurts. There's nothing we can do about that," Naruto would say. Blast. As Blast would begin to cry even more. Naruto would say, "Come on, Blast. What happened to that tough figure, that tough, serious brother I knew, this tough man that I knew? The man that never showed fear, even in the face of death. That gave gods the finger even. That was so fearless that he dared to face one of the legendary Sonic by himself. Someone so unbelievably tough that no one has... The man I knew, my older brother. Come on!" Naruto would say. As Blast would say, "It's pointless, Naruto." Before getting up out of his bed, getting ready, putting on pants and putting on a shirt. Well, putting on a shirt, as his shirt was destroyed when he was berserk. I'm going out. Let's see. Naruto would say, "No, you're not in a shape. I need to go to escape." As Blast was walking out of the room, he didn't even teleport this time. How bad has he gotten? As Naruto would go to his mind, get to see the Naruto sitting there sleeping. Maybe I can practice more. If only I was a little bit stronger, maybe I could have helped Blast. Blast doesn't need to carry all this burden, but he feels it anyway. Maybe if I were just a little bit stronger, I could have helped him save the old man, Naruto would say. I could have saved Blast. I could have saved our parents. As we would see Blast walking in the street with his black hoodie on. Before seeing Phantom, one of Blast's teammates, in the building, as Blast would appear as he would teleport Blast up there, as he would say, "Hey, how's it going, Blast?" Not great. God, guys, my room is freezing right now. My hands are fucking going numb. It's so cold in my room. Come on, everyone's waiting for you. You haven't been going to any of the meetings. The primordials are starting to get worried, Blast. Telling the world about themselves, not me. Blast, I understand how you feel. Do you, though? Do you? We both lost something important to us Blast once in our lives. I lost my parents just as you did. I lost my family. I don't even know who my grandparents are, who my clan was, what my clan was. All of us are outcasts. That's why you made the team, isn't it, Blast? You made the primordials for a reason. Did you forget that reason? The speech you gave the very night we were formed, all those years ago. Blast would say, as Phantom would say to Blast, you always were annoying, you know that. As Phantom would teleport Blast and them to their meeting room. Look who showed up. Abyss would say. Abyss! I know, Brian. Watch your tongue. You can see how depressed he is. We're all depressed. He got it the worst, though. He thinks that Hokage's dead because of him. You carry too much burden, Blast. This would say to him. You need to take a break once in a while. All that pressure finally came down on him after the Hokage's death. He just couldn't take it anymore. As we would see Sasuke asleep in the hospital. We're gonna have to get her. As a white-haired man would walk into the Hokage's office. But it would not be Kakashi, as it would be the legendary Sannin, Jiraiya. How about Jiraiya-sensei? Hello, Kakashi. It's been a while since we've last talked. Wow, what are you doing in the village? I came by after I heard about the old man's death. So you're looking for a new successor? Yeah. How about the Uzumaki twins? They're not doing great. How about I make a proposal to the council? I take them out and I train them for 10 months. Also, while training them, we look for Tsunade. I have a particular the older brother is named Blast, correct? He was saying Kakashi, yes. I have a particular liking to him. I would like to take them under my wing. The council is thinking of banishing them. What? Jiraiya would say. Why are they thinking of that? They're heroes. Especially Blast. Blast nearly killed Orochimaru. But he's still around. They think that Blast was one of the main They think Blast of an alias of Orochimaru because of what he caused. It wasn't his fault he went berserk and lost control of his powers. They're thinking of banishing him far away now. They're even considering executing him in Naruto. It's absurd. There's only two options. Either they execute Blast or they execute Naruto. Unless either one of them leaves the village and never returns, neither one of them is safe. Those damn old hags on the council are all crazy. Especially that Danzo. He's been trying to get his hands on Blast for years now. While the council have sat back and done nothing. Do they even realize how much of a valuable asset someone as powerful as Blast is? Somebody with power even strong, capable of capable of taking on a tailed beast by himself, stopping a legendary nearly killing a legendary Sonic without any help? How foolish can the elders be to get rid of such a valuable asset? For all they know, what if another war breaks out and we lose such a powerful asset? What if Blast decides to go and join with the other villages? What if Blast decides to join up with that organization? Do you not realize how devastating that could be? You know how foolish the elders are. They believe anything that comes out of that Donzo's mouth. Just the right amount of proof and bing, and boom, their minds are made up. There's no changing it now. Can you put in a good word for me? Try and tell him that about what I said about trying to nominate Tsunade. He was still fucking pissed off about that. As we would see Blast discussing with the Primordials. When you heard that the council was thinking of, no, Blast would say, we're smashing the table, cracking it. Those old bastards. They really are getting out of control. They need to be put in place. And right they do. Oh, if they need to. They've been getting out of control. They think they're all powerful and all that. Until the Konoha Crush dealt some big damage to us. Which I guess they kind of needed. They needed that wake-up call. Exactly. But you know how stupid the elders are, man. Fine, then. Can you guys watch over Naruto for me? What are you saying? There's no way. You're gonna run away? Just leave Naruto here in the village by himself? No. What I'm doing is saving my younger brother's life. He's not even your real younger brother, Phantom would say to Blast. As Abyss would say, oof, should not have said that. It's true though, you're not even biologically related to each other. It's my duty to take care of him. It doesn't matter if we're not biologically related by blood. We are related by clan, and it doesn't matter if we don't share the same parents. He doesn't know that. He thinks we are blood related, and I want to keep it that way. He's already lost so much because of me. The man he looked up to is dead because of me. The only man besides our own friends willing to accept us is dead because of me, not because of you, Blast. It's not your fault that he's dead. Yes, it is. If only I were so much stronger, I could have helped. He wouldn't be dead right now if it weren't for me. All this power I have, and all I could do was just sit back and watch as he died. Calm down, Blast. You don't want to go berserk again, because we do know if you go berserk again, there's no chance in you being stopped. Phantom, I want you to watch over Naruto for me. Because I know the second I leave, people will start picking on him. They'll most likely even try to kill him. After I leave, I want you to this is an order directly from me. I want all the Primordials to look after Naruto when I'm gone. You always were a stubborn one, weren't you, Blast? Only because you asked. What are we going to do about this Violet bitch? I will deal with her myself. So you're going rogue? Essentially, yes. we already tested those. Oh yeah, officially get that, I'm already a bingo booker. I'm one of the highest, most wanted people in the world, in the land of fire. The Reapers, the most wanted. You are not. To think a kid could be causing this much trouble. You're older than me, Phantom. Yeah, I know. Still, would have thought you would have made so much commotion and chaos. Abyss would say. I got the joke. Looking at Prime. Don't look at me. As Blast would return home, in the middle of the night, he would pack all his supplies and stuff, leaving a note to Naruto. Just in the next morning, as Jiraiya would arrive to ask to take them away to train, he would see the note on his door before banging it open, kicking the door down, looking for Naruto to find Naruto on his bed. As Naruto would wake up, going into his one-tails on instinct. Easy, boy. I'm not here to fight. Naruto would say, I know of you. You're Jiraiya, the legendary Sonic of the Toads, right? How do you know of me? My brother told me. Speaking of, where is my brother? Did you kidnap him? No. Look at this note, Jiraiya would say, showing it to Naruto, as Naruto would begin to cry, realizing what his brother did. His brother left the village because of him. Now everything he loved is gone. His older brother is gone because of him. The Hokage is gone. His parents are gone. The only family he really had left is dead. Naruto considering suicide at this point. As Jiraiya would say, how about this, kid? I'll take you from training for 10 months. So that next time something like this happens, you can be strong enough and ready. Fine. I want power. I need to get stronger to avenge the old man, to get Blast back. As Naruto and Jiraiya would begin to leave, Phantom would overwatch Naruto, saying, "Oh, this will be easy." As we would see Blast already miles away from the village. As he would stop to rest by a lake. As just before Naruto would leave, all the Konoha 11, or 12 I guess, because Sasuke's still there, but he's in the coma. He's basically in a coma right now. Would gather as Hinata would begin to cry, saying, Naruto, please bring back Blast. I will, even if it costs me my life. As we would see Violet sitting there, on top of the building. After the attack, Violet decided that she would turn herself in. As she would appear right next to Hinata, appear as everyone left, as Naruto would sit there, would look at her with the glare of disgust and hatred. It's your fault, Blast is gone. It's all your fault, Blast. Naruto would say, you ruined my life. But Naruto would say, trying not to kill Violet on the spot, as tears would begin to swell up in her eyes, she would say in a shaking voice, please, bring Blast back. Bring him back to us, Naruto. Naruto would say, facing, as Naruto would face his back at her, secretly grinning, hiding his grin, as he would say, fine, but not because you asked me. As Naruto and Jiraiya would disappear. For 10 months. as we get to see Blast meditating in the forest, to see the gigantic dragon chained down, its horns cracked and its wings withered. The hell happened to you, Light? You happened. More as well, he happened. Pointing to this Juby who had quadrupled in size, dwarfing the white dragon. Damn. What can I do? What do you mean? To get you stronger. You need to meditate. And a certain technique. Your brother Naruto was taken away by the legendary Sonic Jiraiya for training. How do you know this? I have my ways. As Blast would put out his arm, forcing the chains on the dragon to go away, as all its power would slowly regen. As Blast's chakra would begin to blend a black and white color, but they would be mostly black. As the white dragon is too weak to seal the Juby back. Lay down, kind of heat up, because I am fucking freezing. My God. Yo, give me a sec here, I am freezing. Try not to fall asleep on y'all. I'm gonna end the what if soon, so just in case, because I most likely will fall asleep. Knowing me, I most likely will. You know what? I think I'll do one climactic. I'll do one training session, then I'll end it off. You would see Naruto in the forest as a fireball would get shot towards him. Jiraiya would deflect it. As Jiraiya would say, "Get down, Naruto!" As Phantom would jump from the trees, saying, "It's a legendary Sonic." I'm disappointed. As Jiraiya would say in his mind, "He's one of the bingo bookers, Phantom of the primordial of phantoms, the ghost of the night." So you do know me. Anyone would know somebody who's in the highest, who is one of the most wanted men in the Fire Nation. So we're Avatar now, he'd say. What? Oh, you foolish humans. Before charging up a black spear, blasting at Jiraiya, Naruto would instantly go into his one-tails of deflecting the attack. The Reaper was right. You can actually use the technique up to there. It's still pathetic, though. To think he considered you an ally disgusts me. As he would switch to Blast, meditating. So what do you want me to do? Learn a specific summoning technique. You know that blade, the Yamato you summoned? Yeah, I remember one night when I was dreaming, I had a dream about that katana. I am the very being that gave you that dream and showed you those hand signs. Oh. I'm starting to heat up, Zero Squad. Let's go. Yet again, I am under a 20-pound blanket. And several inches thick of blanket. So, yeah, I'm gonna heat up quick. Oh, the heat feels so good. Alright, let's not get off track, boys. And girls, I don't want to get yelled at for being sexist. As Blast would make improvements to his armor, making it great with me. My man, bro. Look at this man's drip. He got Air Forces, my guy. Air Force activity has been detected. Get down. Seek shelter. Sheesh, not bad. Yo, shout out to whoever made this, because I didn't ask. I just found this on Google, but damn, this is a fire. The Executioner Reaper, that's badass. Not gonna lie, that's fucking badass. Not gonna lie. As Blast would put on his armor with black accent with a white eye. You're gonna practice summoning it. Yeah, I remember how much power boost it gave me. But it did something weird to my arm. It mutated it. That's what it does. It basically it transforms you. It awakens your true power. You are the only person who can truly wield it without being destroyed from its power. What does that mean? I was always told of a myth of a clan called the Reaper Clan. But of a clan called so powerful that it claimed to have created all of creation. A clan of gods beyond reality itself, with power capable of destroying universes with ease. You will learn soon, boy. In due time, you will learn. Both the beasts would say in unison. That's totally not creepy at all. the white dragon would chuckle. As Blast would do a hand sign summoning the katana. But not really summoning the katana, more as well summoning the sheath. Only the sheath. I mean, yeah, you have to focus immensely to summon the blade, boy. Immensely. Your chakra control is good, but you need immense chakra control to summon the blade. It was only by luck that I appeared just in the right moment to help you summon the blade. I know I heard a voice. Oh, it stinks. Gross. As we would see Phantom fighting with Jiraiya, as he would grab Jiraiya by his head, slamming him into a tree. As Naruto would send a vermilion fist at Phantom would easily weave out of the way before grabbing it and beginning to disperse his chakra for knocking Naruto out. You're impressive, but nowhere near the Reaper. My niggas went from this to this. That went from 0 to 100 real fast, you know? As we would see Blast traveling with the katana sheath through the forest. Aren't you gonna wear your headband? But the white dragon would say as Blast would pull out his headband before crossing out the leaf, truly making himself a rogue shinobi, as he would place it on his neck. As Blast would look at his hand to see a diamond-shaped imprint on his hand. As he would look up, he would say, "What the hell is this?" Blast would have a flashback to when he was training with Sasuke, that Sasuke shot a fireball at him, but he absorbed it. As the white dragon would say, "Huh, who would have thought? Juby, do you have anything to do with that, Mark?" "Nope, nothing at all," the Juby would say. "Let's test it out." "How? There's no one around." "Yes, there is. You two. You can't fight us." But you could by chance create a training partner for me. Like a shadow dummy by chance. Because I do have it. Because don't forget, guys, I have the Sharingan. Yes, I forgot about that. I forgot your people had that ability. My people? The fuck? You got a problem with my people? Whoa, 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 whoa. Not like that. Not like that at all. Okay, so slight problem. I don't know how it happened. I think the audio just broke. And I'm not recording. I don't have to record it. It just confuses me a little bit. Just because I was recording and all of a sudden the video just stops recording and I didn't press any buttons. So just look at this. It's just the not the part 8. Continuation of part 7, kind of what I did in the past. But I'm like Ghost Rider, I'm actually gonna remember this franchise. Okay. Shadow dummy. How is this gonna work, creating a shadow dummy? Well, we could try to use shadow possession jutsu. How you can't use that in a Nara. Damn it, you're right. Oh, Shikamaru, if only you were here. Only you were here, Shikamaru. Or his older brother.
You know, you could try to make a shadow clone to train with. And just try to let us, one of us, try to infuse it with chakra. Or make a specific type of cologne.
Why are you helping me, Juby? You literally want me to destroy the world.
Can't have you destroy. I can't have the world. You're weak now, can I?
Fuck you. Don't forget I could seal you. Me and Light over here could easily seal you back in your place. How about we just let you our chakra and you can sort of create some sort of amalgamation after like BQB clones that we can take over. Huh. I like that idea.
Oh, you got a technique of mine. Exclusive only to me.
That is
the manipulation of darkness.
Can't the Nara clan already do that?
Our clan's way of manipulating the darkness is pathetic compared to what I am capable of. I can engulf the sun in darkness if I wanted to. I could make a black hole out of thin air. But I am unable to at the moment because of the power you have possessed.
Sorry guys, I'm just really sleepy. I've been doing an all-nighter. Almost broke the world record for staying up the longest time. I was 1 day off from breaking the world record. What's up? Okay, how do I use the chakra ability?
You must harness my chakra and try to manifest it in a certain area. hearts. What was her name again, brother?
Wait a minute. You and the White Dragon are brothers? You look nothing alike. Neither do you and Naruto, though. Good point. So then, like this, do I need hand signs? Yes, obviously need hand signs. White Dragon would say.
Signs. How pathetic.
As Bloss would create a clone, an image out of shadows, a shadow dummy, with all 5 of the chakra natures as well. Bloss would test it, seeing how durable it was, striking with a full power lightning attack. He really is powerful, Bloss would say.
Obviously, it's made out of my chakra.
With some of mine as well. Just to keep your chakra in check.
How rude, you don't trust me.
Probably gonna be able to put the thing together. But what these two are supposed to do. But I'll let you try to figure it out. If you the first person to figure it out will get a shout out in my next video. How the Juby and the White Dragon are brothers. First one to find it out, you'll get a shout out. And if I ever learn how to connect my Discord server back to my YouTube channel, you will be getting an exclusive rank in the Discord server that only you will have. Of course, others will have it. Just you will be the first to get that rank, and probably only people like you who have got questions like that will get that rank. Of course, get your hopes up, because the Discord server will not be connected to the YouTube channel for some time. I think I'll be leaving this off. Part 7 to What If Naruto was from the Reaper Clan.